Hey, how's it going, everyone? Today I'm going to be showing you how to fix the problem of a loose steering shaft or play in your steering column on a Jeep CJ8. Mine's a 1982 Scrambler, and this should work for all CJ to YJ models. So let me show you what you're getting into. So this is my CJ steering shaft. Let me zoom in. So you can see it's pretty old and worn out. I already have it loosened up already. I kind of got ahead of myself, but this is kind of the reason I'm changing it. I don't know if you can see. Let me put my light down. Right there. I don't know if you see that play, which is right in this area. It just goes to show that that cushion's worn down. And let me show you what that cushion actually is. So this is what's actually inside that column area. You got your bearing, your little lock cover type style, another snap lock ring, and your lock pin. I know these names aren't 100% correct, just what I'm calling it for now. And this is the part. It's from Crown, and there's the part number. I believe it was about $20 on Amazon. Not bad at all. And I actually went ahead and got a replacement steering shaft as well. I went with this heavy duty Borgenson, and I think this is the model number right here. It's 76 to 86 Jeep CJ. With this one is made for a power steering. And the only reason I'm changing that out is just because the old one I was worried would be too stiff to take it off, because usually they're rusted out and they don't slide no more. Which mine was not that case. Mine actually dropped right out, but I already ordered the new one. It's a heavy duty shaft, and with the bigger tires and more power I'm running, this one should be a lot better. All right, so first thing you want to do is remove that 7/16 bolt, and on the back, the bolt head itself is gonna have a square lock plate. So all you do is hold it in place and take the nut off. That's it. I already have it loose, and I'll go ahead and take it out for you right now and show you what it looks like. All right, so this is all that holds in. You got your bolt head, washer, and you can see it has a square, if it focuses, has a square head right there, so it locks in right to there. So all you have to do is worry about is the nut, and then once that's out, it typically won't slide out easy. Typically they're rusted out. Luckily mine actually came out really easy, which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it came out super easy. Kind of a small win for me. All right, so there you can kind of see you got the lock ring covering the metal lock support, inside the bearing. I marked mine with a Sharpie, so that way I knew where the hump sits, so I could match the other one up perfectly. This is my first time doing this, so I want to make sure I get as accurate as possible. All right, so as you can see, I got it all taken off, and this is what it ended up looking like. This is your cover. I ended up marking it. This is just your little ring. For that ring, I just used, here they are, my long angled needle nose pliers. It worked pretty nice. And then inside, you have your bearing. You see it's pretty filled up with gunk, some shavings. It's a lot of gunk in there. And then this itself is usually where you get your problems in the play. I don't know if you can see a lot of gunk on that side, no gunk on this side. Not really, I didn't really notice any wear, but you could definitely tell there's some uneven play there, just from going back and forth. And this gunk area is the area that had the gap, and which caused the column to go back and forth, up and down. So your solution for that is just get this brand new kit. If you're going to take it apart anyway, this might as well get a brand new kit. And then in here, it's pretty hard to mess up. You got that lift area that's going to be going on the inside, and then on the inside you see there's like a 3-step groove that actually locks in your bearing. And then you push that down pretty good. If you have press, you shouldn't need a press, it's just plastic, just work it by hand. And then once you get this in, this cover is going to go right over, and this ring is going to hold it all in place. So I'm going to get working on that and show you when I'm done. Alright, so I got the new one in. The bearing sitting right here, along with the lock for the bearing. I put a little marker. Make sure you marker it. It does help a lot when installing it. And you can see the new play is very minimal to how much it was before. But the only problem I had was the new lock ring was a little tough to get the new bearing in. So I ended up just pushing down on it while using my tire. And it went in pretty easy. Just be careful not to break the plastic, but make sure it's in all the way in evenly. Alright, after that, after you get your plate back on, you just slide this snap ring over. Just give it a nice push. Make sure it's seated nice. And it should be good. This one feels like it's in. I might go through with some pliers, make sure it's seated right, but other than that, it's solid. There's almost no play now that the cap and snap ring's on. Alright, now that we're done with the top steering column, we're going to work on the steering shaft. If you're still having issues after fixing your steering column and you want to change out the steering shaft, then go ahead and watch the rest of the video and I'll show you how to do it. If not, I hope you enjoyed and fix your problem. Alright, so bottom steering shaft, going to the steering box, which I do have a new steering box. It's a Redhead power steering box from Redhead Online. And this didn't fix all my issues. The only reason I've replaced this one is because the old one cracked and leaked fluid everywhere. This was actually a pretty big pain to install, but I didn't get a video on that one, sadly. But for the bottom steering shaft, after you already got the top off, mine's just a 9/16 bolt and 9/16 nut. Yours might be different. I don't know if someone added this on later, but if yours is like this, it's 9/16. If not, it should be just like the top was. So let me take that off and I'll show you what it looks like off the truck. Alright, so here's my old one. This is the bottom shaft. That's the top shaft. I'll lay these two beside us to show you the difference. So right off the end, the couplings are completely different. Nothing wrong with this style at all. It works great. But this is a real modernized style. Nice threads. No more two-piece bolt, or not one solid bolt going from the outside, just tightening. Now it's just a nut. You see, pushing through to the threads. And then same on this side. Also, the slip is a little bit different. It's more protected. Has a boot. Not sure this one had a boot previously, but it didn't when I took it off. Alright, so I couldn't go into video on the install part because it did take a little bit of work to get it in. And it took both my hands to get it aligned up, and I had to knock it in with slight hammer taps just to get it fitted. But other than that, it looks amazing. Here, let me show you. So there it is, new shaft. You see my little hammer marks right here, nothing major. Didn't damage anything, just the sticker. But looks good. You see the new bearing piece I put in, new shaft. This is what tightens it to the steering column itself. This is what tightens it to the shaft, the coupling that is, all the way down to there. Pretty nice. new extended heavy duty. And the bright side, I got to align my steering wheel a little better, so it's all good and ready to go. There's a little tight fit with the LS, but there's still plenty of clearance. It's not hitting on anything. Plenty of room between the headers. Yeah, thanks for checking out another one of my videos. I hope I was able to help some of you out. I know there's not many videos on this out there. If you have any questions or if I said anything wrong, please leave in the comments and I'll be sure to reply back. Thank you.